Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Masters Fantasy Show, presented by MastersFantasyFootballLeagues.com. As always, I got the Masters crew here with me, Dynasty Al, the Doc. What's up, guys? How you doing today?
Good.
How
How
you
we doing?
doing?
Real good. Excited for another edition of our Dynasty Spotlight series. As always, I've been doing trades all week. I've hand-selected some of my favorites, kind of give you an idea of current value on some of these players and what's going on in some of our Dynasty leagues. With that said, first screen popping up on your screen. Blockbuster here. We got Lamar Jackson, Ezekiel Elliott, Deontay Johnson in the 2.2. For Tua, Tagovailoa, J.K. Dobbins, T. Higgins. Your guys' thoughts?
I'm gonna go with the Lamar Jackson side. Tua's a big enough question mark for me at this point that I feel pretty comfortable with the other side. I like Deontay Johnson a little more than T. Higgins as well. I probably like Dobbins more than Zeke long term, but
Ooh.
I mean,
Go ahead. No, I agree with you.
long term.
Yeah.
I don't think this year necessarily, but long term, I think that's the only of the three that I really like more on the Tua Dobbins Higgins side. Plus, you get a second round pick, high second round pick. I like that side a lot.
Yeah, I completely agree with the Doc. I do think Dobbins is the most valuable player in the deal. However, Zeke, Lamar, Deontay Johnson, the 2.2, I think there's more value on that side. So, everything he said.
Yep, good stuff. Nice trade, guys. I'm still going to keep banging my drum. Big bounce back this year for Ezekiel Elliott. That's
I agree.
my opinion. All right, next trade popping up on your screen. I got Lamar Jackson and another trade here. Your guys' favorite running back. Lamar Jackson, DeAndre Swift, the 1.6 and the 2 for Josh Allen, James Robinson, and the 1.2.
Wow, that's a tough one.
This is tough.
I mean, knowing what I know about James Robinson and how I feel about him, it's hard for me, even with the 1.2, to go with that side, given the other side of the equation. I feel like Lamar, even though Josh Allen had the better season last year, I still like Lamar, to continue to produce at a high level as well. And Swift I like more than Robinson, even though I'm not a huge Swift guy either. So at that point, I'm going to go with that side by a nose. That's a tough one, though.
Yeah, honestly.
1.2 looks good.
Yeah, could not agree more. I think Lamar gets a slight edge for me. Swift gets a slight edge for me. The 1.2 is pretty nice, but I really like the 1.6 this year. Kind of that 1.4 to 1.7 range, I think, is a little bit of a sweet spot in terms of where you can get some value. So I'm good with that side. I'll go with the Lamar side.
Yeah, good stuff. Nice trade. And just to ask real quick, the 1.6, who are you targeting there?
Ooh, just depends on team need and destination, but I like Pitts a lot there. I like Rashad Bateman a lot there. Just depends really, but
Yeah, I keep thinking Pitts, maybe even Trevor Lawrence slipping down
Yeah.
there right at the
Yeah.
1.6. Two guys I like right there. Next trade popping up on your screen. Ezekiel Elliott again. I mean, a guy that's just being traded like crazy. Zeke, the 2.2 and 2.10 for Chris Godwin and a 1.
So for this one, I'm gonna side with Godwin by a nose, and it kind of goes back to the arguments we've had about running back versus receiver. I feel like at this point the longevity is on Godwin's side, and I think both of these players can perform at like wide receiver 1, running back 1 level. I just think Godwin's got a higher likelihood of performing at that level for a longer period of time, plus that future first. I'll take that side by a nose.
Yep, and I completely agree. I think short term, the Zeke side with a couple second rounders this year, that might give you the edge for this coming season. But long term, I do think Godwin, and then obviously that first round pick from a year from now, just better value in Dynasty. But I look for Zeke to have a bounce back year as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
good stuff. Chris Godwin on that franchise tag. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
He ends up in Tampa. I'm still rooting for Baltimore. Next screen popping the next trade popping up on your screen, as you can hear the Doc over here. A lot of draft picks, a lot of stuff going on in this trade. Aaron Jones, the 1.10, 1.11, 2.10, 2.11, 2 threes for J.K. Dobbins and a 1. Your guys' thoughts?
I mean, we just talked about J.K. Dobbins too, and I'm really high on him. In a future first, I mean, that's nothing to scoff at, but I feel like, Aaron Jones is awfully good to be getting all that in return as well. I mean, not those picks aren't necessarily high, but in a relatively deep draft at receiver, tight end, even quarterback, I mean, there's a lot of different positions you can find some studs at 1.10, 1.11. Plus, Aaron Jones, I don't think there's any sign of him slowing down. What do you think, Al?
Yeah, so I look at the picks a little different just because, so we got, 2 late firsts, 2 late seconds, 2 thirds, but then the future first. So I kind of look at it, in my mind, it's Aaron Jones plus the 1.10 for J.K. Dobbins because I think the future first kind of washes out with the 1.11 easy and then, 2.10, 2.11. Those guys, you might hit on those picks, but they easily could be nothing. All that being said, I do still really like Aaron Jones, but why not? Let's take the Dobbins side. I think he's a young bell cow, up and comer, whereas, Aaron Jones did get that extension, but I still think, they're going to go a little bit of a committee approach. I think they like A.J. Dillon a lot. Obviously, they lost Jamal Williams, but, would you guys be shocked if the Packers drafted another running back like mid-late round just because, they lost Jamal Williams, but I don't know. They like the running backs there. They were using all three in the playoffs, so I'll ride with Dobbins for this one.
Yeah, good stuff. Great point, too. Like, how upset would Packers fans be if they draft another quarterback, another running back? That'd be insane. All right, next trade popping up on your screen. We got Saquon Barkley in a 3 for Will Fuller, 2 1s and 2 2s. I just wanted your thoughts on this trade for Barkley. Pretty nice haul, but is it enough for you guys?
Definitely a nice haul, but I'm going to go with the Barkley side. I still think he's one of, I've been saying it all along, he's kind of, him and McCaffrey are still my 1 and 2 in Dynasty, and, Will Fuller and some picks aren't quite enough to move the needle for me.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And even as a big Will Fuller guy, it's most likely going to be a worse situation than he's had in the past. So, yeah, as decent as the haul is, you're getting a lot of picks and a solid receiver. I feel like you could probably get more for Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, good stuff. Nice trades again this week, guys. You guys keep the trades rolling in. I'll keep scouring through them, keep bringing them to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you could, hit the like and subscribe button. Come be a part of the Masters family. We'd love to have you. Over 600 Dynasty Leagues. We've never folded a single one. Never intend to. And as we all know, Dynasty football, the absolute best way to play fantasy.
All year round, baby.
Absolutely.
All right, good stuff, guys.